Hi guys, so I want to introduce myself. My name is Daisy. I'm a Virgo, an animal lover, a music freak. I love everything about music, anything music related. I love so many genres, and I want this channel to be like video entries for me to just look back on. I'm not gonna even lie, like, because I barely have storage left on my phone, and I don't know how much my computer could even hold. Because I'm not gonna lie, before this, I took a whole 20-minute video, and it was so good, and it did not save to my computer. So I think I'm gonna have to like splice things up for it to all just be together. But um, things to know about me: I have four cats. Yes, I have four cats. Two of them my dad rescued from my garden, and they were like so little. They're like kittens, because coyotes do tend. I'm gonna beat up coyotes, bro. They do tend to come around like where like my area, my neighborhood is, and it sucks because it's like so scary. Like, no, like, leave the animals alone, coyotes. I get it, they just want food, but please, please. Um, and then I have two other cats I've had for 9 years. They're 9 years old. Dude, when their 10th birthday hits, oh my God, I'm gonna be so emotional because cats are literally family. Like, pets alone are just family. Like, you celebrate their birthdays, you're always with them. Um, it's like that emotional support. And like, that's why I'll never understand. Like, people be like, "Oh, that's just a cat." Like, excuse me, the Egyptians literally worshipped cats so sorry, so hard. They rode for those cats. Because literally, I remember seeing something where um they would like have symbols of cats on their armor for protection for during fights and wars. Yeah. And the Egyptians would shave their eyebrows as a way of mourning their cat's passing. So it's like free. So there's so much history behind cats being pets, and just like people having pets by their sides and companions. That's just so awesome. So it's like people that are so heartless, that don't have a heart when it comes to animals, like, go to jail. How about that? Go to jail. Um, but yeah, and then I have two dogs. One of them is barely 1 years old. The other is also 9 years old, I think, or eight, around that. And I have a bird, and I have chickens in my backyard. Um, and yeah, those are my pets. And honestly, I remember I wanted to volunteer at the zoo. That, like, it's like 25 minutes, 30 minutes, something like that. So I honestly don't know how to be even going from here to there without like a car, you know. Um, and this was like in 10th grade, and I was so upset. I was so upset because I missed on the orientation. And yeah, I don't, but I'm kind of glad too, because I think I would kind of be sad, like, seeing all the animals, and it's like I can't do nothing. Like, I want to pet you, but I can't do nothing. So yeah, um, I just came back from China like 3 weeks ago, and I'm starting school next week. I don't even know if I'm excited. I'm not as jet lagged as I was compared to when I did come back, because there's a major 15-hour time difference in China. I was in Guangzhou for, I think, around 4 days, something like that. And then in Beijing, I was there for 3 days. But the third day doesn't really count because it was when we were going from the airport to or back to LA. So yeah, and when I came back, I was just asleep all day. I had no energy to do nothing, and yeah. But I kind of miss it sometimes. I miss the trip. I miss the people, and just the overall experience of it all. I also had to do a presentation about it. I finally got that out of the way. I did present it, and yeah. But like, first, like, starters, Guangzhou, I give it like a good, I give it like a good 8.5 out of 10. Beijing, I give it like a 9 out of 10. I loved Beijing. I think I liked the environment more and the food more compared to Guangzhou. Even though the food there like wasn't spicy like how I like it, but still, because Guangzhou it's like more like savory and sweets type of food and a lot of pork. Beijing's, like, yes, there were some things that were savory and sweet, but I feel like they had more of like flavoring that I preferred, I'm guessing. And also I had a lot of dim sum. If you don't know what dim sum is, it's like awesome. It's like all this food, like all this rotating. And like I learned so much about like the customs and also like the tea and how they wash their teacups, and chopsticks before use, and everything. And the tipping culture, there's no tipping culture in China. It's seen as disrespectful. And they take serving so seriously that there's even schools in Guangzhou, for serving, um, at restaurants. Yeah. And I even went to a university that was over there. And the school food was like good. I'm not gonna lie, the school food was really good. And the campus was a ginormous. Like I would get lost. But my one dislike would be like the weather. Oh my, the weather was crazy. Like I would be sweating out of every single pore of my body. I'd be pouring sweat, which is kind of gross. And it was just so humid, so you'd feel sticky. Like you had to shower, you had to wash your body. Um, but I miss the people that I had went with, and my chaperones. My chaperones were super sweet and really helpful, and just made sure like I was always okay and was feeling good. So that was good. But I was just also very homesick, overall, when I was over there. I really miss just being home and like my room, my place, my sanctuary, you know. But because like on the first day when like we arrived to Guangzhou on the bus, like I was so tired. I was so sleepy because on the plane I only got 4 hours of sleep. I watched Bohemian Rhapsody, and I watched like this movie with Paul Mescal in it. I think it's called After Sun. I don't know. Not for sure. Don't quote me. But that's what I was doing on the plane. And I also had a word search. I love word games. I love word hunt. Everything word related. I love it. So that kept me occupied for a good while. And then in Guangzhou, we got to a hotel. The hotel was so pretty, and we even had like hotel breakfast that was there. The hotel breakfast was okay. I preferred Beijing's hotel breakfast. I'm not gonna lie. Like it was so like a variety of more options to choose from, and I loved it. I loved it. Um, and also there was koi fish in my hotel in Guangzhou, which it was so pretty. I loved seeing them like every morning. And yeah, I mean, I didn't have like a bad crazy experience. I just think that was just more of a culture shock, and like being away from home and from my family for a long time. For the first time, just really like it hit me different. In Beijing, I we went to like a lot of temples, especially in the Forbidden City, which, yes, in the moment I was sweaty. I was like, oh my god, like why did they bring us? Like I'm like dying of sweat and exhaustion. I'm still grateful because honestly, seeing all the architecture and like knowing that these temples have like stories behind it, and seeing all these like murals as well, it's like so surreal. Like wow, I'm in China right now and I'm seeing all this like history in front of my eyes. Especially when I went to Great Wall of China, it was just it's such like a out of body experience. But oh my god, I wish they gave us more time. They only gave us 45 minutes to climb that thing, but literally the steps of it were so steep. They were so steep, and at some point I felt like I was gonna faint or something. Like oh my god, it was so hot too. Thankfully it wasn't like sunny hot, but still it was like humidity hot. And I got up only to the second tower. I know like these other students in my group went up to the fifth thing for the Great Wall of China. It was insane. Like how do you even have the energy to do that? First of all, like how? After a whole day of like us just walking and wandering around.